Hi everyone, in this video we are going to explain export import activity, that is using that Expdp Impdp utility. So we are going to take backup of a schema using it will be a logical backup using export Expdp utility, and we'll be uh, creating some tables on that user, and we'll drop that schema. Before that, we will take export backup of that schema, and then after dropping also we'll import from that backup, and we'll see that we can recover the uh, data from that one. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. So this is our plan. So first we will create one user and we'll give some grants over there. So I'll give DBA grants because it will have a sufficient privilege so that it will not ask any permission or something. For testing purpose we are doing. Naturally we don't give DBA privilege to any other user. Second thing, we'll import data for the schema. We'll create some tables over there and we'll import some data, and we'll check the value of the tables, and then we'll take an export backup of the schema, and then we'll drop the schema and then import the schema from the export backup. Okay, so let's do it practically. So we are going to do in a prod database. Okay, now connecting to the database. So create user. Okay, now let me just copy and paste, it will save our time. So here we are creating our user. And we are giving some grants so that it can connect and perform activity on that. We are going to give DBA grants. Okay, so now we are going to check whether it's able to connect or not. Connect. Yeah, it is connected. Test 2. So here we are going to import some data. We're going to create one table, and we are going to insert couple of values over here. We're going to commit that one. Now we can see the values over the table. So we can see the owner of this. Select object name, object type from objects where owner equals to test underscore 2 and object type equals to table. I think okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the table and this is the owner. Owner name, it is not showing. 1 second, forgot that. Yeah, here it is. Owner is the test2, and table name, and it's a type table. We can format that one. Yeah, here it is. So we can see that this is the owner and this is a table, this is object name and this is the table. And now we are going to take a backup for this one. But before that one, we have to make sure that a proper directory is created, export backup. So what I have done is I have created one path, directory, where we will keep the our export backup. Okay, so uh, this syntax is create or replace. Replace means if the export backup, sorry, the directory name is already exist. Suppose this expdp if already exist the as a directory, and you want to change the path with the same name, so you can just use create or replace. So you can exclude here also, but I'm using that one. Select name from p dollar database. It's a best practice to perform any activity. Before that you can check the database name so that nothing will be happen. Okay, so now we have created the directory. Now we can check. Select start from. Yeah, here it is. So now we are in the same path. So what we will do is we'll just say this is the export, this is the way to take a backup. We can exclude this no happy. I'm doing it for my purpose. So the syntax is expdp, and the username and the password here we are going to use as sysdba, and the directory name we have to specify, and the dump file we have to specify that how what type of the what is the name will be the backup file, and we can specify the log file. What will be, we can see after this backup I'll check the log file, and we can see what is exist over the log file, and the schema name that we are going to take backup. So this is the parameter schemas. So we are going to execute this. Yeah, fine. Okay, so let's see, it is given some output. It is failed actually. Okay, fine, let's exclude this one, and we'll type it slash as sysdp. Sorry for the delay, and sorry for the error. Actually I have mistakenly put that different character, so that's why it was failed. Actually this should be this. So let's see, again execute this one. Yeah, it's running. Now we can see the log file, and we can see the dump file also. Let's wait for the backup finished. Yeah, here you can see it is completed, and it took around 32 seconds because it's a small schema. So the dump file is only 332 kb, but naturally the schema, it it's not actually for this small. This is a test user. We have created only one table and imported some data, that's why its size is very less. So we can see that in while export schema, this exported and 7 rows, this table is exported and it contains 7 rows. Okay, so we can check from the database as well that how many rows are there. Select count, seven. Okay, so now what we will do is we have logged in as this, and we'll drop that user because we have checked that it is successfully completed, no errors in the log file we have checked. So we are going to drop the user. Cascade means including all the objects is to delete, means the table will also be deleted. User dropped. Now if we run this query, it will throw an error because tabular view does not exist. Select username status from username like no row selected. So now that user is deleted and table is also not there, so we have only one dump file. From there we can restore. So we have dropped the schema. Now what we'll do is we will just we will import the dump file. The same name we have to specify. From this dump file it will import the files to the schemas, and it will automatically create the schemas. So here we have changed the log file name, and it will show the import log, what it will do while import activity. So let's run this. Sorry. So import is running now, and we can wait for a couple of seconds. It will take very less time because it's here you can see that imported this table 7 rows. So if we connect to the database, and now if we run this query, we can see 7 means the table is restored and the schema is also restored. One second, let me run this command query, it will show the output. From here we can see the data. So here this is how we can use export import activity. I mean, we can perform export import activity. In the coming videos I will explain how we can refresh one schema, between two different schemas, and that will also that will also be in different table spaces. So how we can perform that one. So thank you for today, and goodbye.